Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, where apparently we have an awful lot of Tower of Silence to explore yet here. So let's get back to it. What's going on up here? This looks interesting. Oh. Look at the profound cowardice of this enemy. I managed to deal a small amount of damage one time. Sadly, we do not get to boost him. Okay, apparently he's not one special guy. This is like a whole class of Ice Wraith. Oh. Ah. That was weird. Okay, hey, look at that. It's one of those gongs. Also, that's a cute use for the fabric. Did we read this before? The three gongs, Towers of Silence. Yeah, okay. Gongs reach harmony, gate opens. Got it. Easy. Gong number 1 figured out. Alright, I guess up from here. Got ourselves a lot more text. Long before she became queen, Azadeh was just a humble herbalist who came to settle in Mount Kaf. Her talents as a healer soon became known throughout Persia. When King Darius fell ill, none of the kingdom's physicians or sages could identify the ailment. Azadeh then presented herself at the castle gates, asking for an audience with the sovereign. The guards refused to let her in, but one of the high priests sensed her powerful aura and allowed her to meet the monarch. Sensed her powerful aura, huh? Azadeh remained at the king's bedside for weeks, using her knowledge of nature and plants to watch over him. She recounted tales of her travels and legends of a bygone age. Day by day, King Darius regained his strength. Day by day, his affection for her grew. Affection turned into admiration, and admiration into love. King Darius didn't care about Azadeh's status as a commoner. In his eyes, she was a providential creature sent by the gods to save him. Whatever the opinions of the court and his advisors, he knew she was destined to live by his side and beget his children. Azadeh was named queen. Her people adored her, but tragedy struck when she died in childbirth, leaving behind a bereaved people and a king with a vacant gaze, whose grief lingered for many years. She gave birth to a son, the only living testimony of the love of King Darius and Queen Azadeh. Boy, that's a... Cishet people are so fucking weird. Even today, the Persians celebrate Queen Azadeh, who showed everyone that a person's nature is more important than their lineage or blood. And by nature, we mean their powerful aura. For real, there is so much text in this game, and it doesn't... And it's just... and there shouldn't be. It just should... There should just be a lot less than there is. Okay, so let's see where this goes. Okay, it goes to additional pickups. There's definitely netting down there. We should see if there's something else down here. Aha! All right, yeah, I was gonna say that does feel like the bottom, for sure. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Yep, I can't say I'm like excited about this being an enemy that there's a lot of. So very very kind of annoying, tedious fight. I guess we could just ignore them, right? Oh, come on. Oh, he touched one of the rocks. Huh. I'm sure it's just because of the other area where we were avoiding these rocks, but I just had like the strongest moment of deja vu. That's really weird. Yeah, the window for getting past these things is tight. Alright, well at least I got knocked in a productive direction there. I'm out of arrows. Oh god. Okay. That is kind of neat that he can just like just lean down and release enemies out of his back at us if we get behind him. It's an interesting defense mechanism. I don't feel like I've seen that in too many video game foes. Oh, well there's a room down there. We got to go check that out. Quite a lot of room down here, actually. I didn't even realize this was here. Okay. That's sort of poor sportsmanship, don't you think? It's interesting those spike guys are kind of resistant to the scarf pull. It doesn't pull them necessarily in the direction that you're pulling them. That's curious. We'll get back over there in a sec. What a weird little area. I remembered as soon as I landed, I was like, oh no, I actually really don't want to be over here. Aha! I tried parrying there and I was just very too slow. Cool. I mistook the initial float back there as the wind-up animation for the attack, but apparently sometimes they just like to float backwards a little bit. I think it's the first time I've actually made use of my my free shot thing. Yeah, this is a really involved area. I was expecting, when I saw the drop down, I was expecting this to be like, you know, a treasure room. Maybe a little get locked in there and have to fight somebody kind of spot. But this has turned into a whole like wing of the region. I don't much care for that entrance, in the sense that it's like very foreboding. You're really locking yourself into an area you don't know anything about. Oh, come on now. Huh, that's weird. This went right through me. Oh, that's really annoying. Come on, get out. Okay, yeah, that's the that is the correct way to deal with two of those guys together. All right, this was in fact a 100% necessary approach. Okay, and it leads us back into the area, and there's another branch off of it that I still need to go back and take, but it's probably better to test it from this side. Well, I can't go back, actually, right? Because we have the, there was that big heavy block that we had to pull up. Huh. That's interesting. Probably accessed from actually about where we were when we died.
Sargon?
She wants me to
Lend me
be
your eye of
impressed
vision.
that she got out here, and I'm not going to do it. I am absolutely no selling it, just for the sake of not of not letting her get one over on me. Okay, so that's a big deal up there. Obviously, that looks like boss fight time. That could be something big as well. But over here, it looks like we pretty much just are in the corner. Now I have to figure out how to get back up there. Because there is for sure... There's for sure stuff to do up there. Okay, well, not a great reward, but it is at least, you know, it's a thing that's being tracked. It's a thing we want to do for the sake of the architect eventually. There we go. Turns out if you actually hit all those extra hits that you're given by that amulet, things don't bounce away from you. They don't have time. Alright, can we... I'm actually very grateful that that enemy was there. Alright, can we get into this area from this side? Wait, how am I supposed to pick that? Okay, you have to pick it up while falling past it there? That's very odd. A fragment of memory, a fragment of a scattered memory, trapped in time. There's a faint sound of weeping. Strange and sad, and kind of feeling like it's maybe a little bit broken. Okay, so the other gong is over there, almost certainly then. Really frustrating time and place to die, then. All right, well, I guess we'd better report to the tree and then try that area again. Okay. So, just go straight across here as best we can. Yeah, as a time-saving measure, we are absolutely just ignoring these dudes. Cross down here since we opened this up. And you know, I didn't actually go all the way out here. I probably should. You know, maybe not. Maybe there's actually no reason to be out here at all. Please don't die again. Okay. Oh, well. Yeah, I can't believe there's not even, like, a crystal to break over there or anything. Why am I... Okay, I'm having a terrible time. Come on now. Alright, let's start with this. I got out of the center specifically so that I wouldn't have a big enemy fall on me in the center of the room, as happens at the beginning of the fight. And so, of course, they have it set up so that you pay the price for that. That's just pettiness, you know? It's petty cruelty. Alright, I had to make sure the door was open before we potentially got killed again. And with that, we are ready. Obviously, fairly important that we refresh this. Rituals for the dead. Upon divine instruction from our supreme deity Ahura Mazda, the enlightened prophet Zarathustra has received guidance on the rightful manner of disposing the mortal vessel. When a Persian citizen leaves the world of the living, they deserve respect and honors. For their soul to cross the bridge of Chinvat, their body must first be freed from its carnal envelope. The body is placed in the open air in a tower of silence at a high altitude. Birds of prey strip it of all flesh. After the evisceration of flesh, the remaining bones shall be purified by the ardent caress of the sun's rays, until desiccated and rendered a gleaming white. Then they may be gathered and deposited within the sacred ossuary. Bow in reverence to the celestial guardians, for their laws hold dominion on us all. Gaze upon their celestial dance, guiding our rituals and customs. I mean, that seems like a... just to bring a modern eye to that, perhaps without, you know, super strong reason to do so. That seems like a very responsible way to dispose of a body, like ecologically speaking. Oh, I want to clear out this last little bit inside this tunnel before we leave this area. Unfortunately, this thing closing means there won't be a quick way back out after we do so, which I am pretty annoyed by. But think how nice it'll be to never have a reason to enter this tunnel again. Okay, yeah, it's after this bit with the spike tunnel. Ah, damn. Yep, you just gotta make sure you get a lot of extension on that first jump. Don't dash too early. Okay. Damn it. As ever, all that work for a single coin. And now I have to get back out of here. That's dirty pool. That didn't even kill that enemy, really? That's disappointing. I didn't plan for it, but when I saw it happen, I did think it was very funny. Until it turned out that it kind of didn't happen, actually. That should probably just remain in the down state. So that scared the heck out of me. Alright, okay, here we go. Every time you're thorough like that in a game like this, it's helpful to think about it not in terms of how much time you yourself in this moment are spending, but rather how much time the theoretical future version of you, who doesn't have to go back to that room, is saving. Okay, so now yeah. Ah, and this is where we find out what's going on with this. It's supposed to be entered from the right. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Okay, that overhang feels difficult to conquer. Oh, this is actually like 100% where we are supposed to go for the next thing. So hold on, let me check this out first. Never mind.
Father, 30 years have passed, and I'm still lost. I seek your guidance. I wish I knew your hardships of being a righteous king. I wish I had your courage. I hope I can be half the king you were. May you hear me and see me as I ascend.
Come over here. I reckon I can get you down to about half.
Have you come to pay your respects?
I'm here for you, Varum.
Kings don't have friends, and you won't give me your powers. Where does that leave us?
We're always in each other's path.
Then I'm sure you will find me again.
What kind of dude makes you fight his zombie dad? He bailed out so that his dad could take the beating.
King Darius.
I knew this day would come. To rise once more. Protect my son.
Well, all right. Listen. I always have time in my day to put a king down. I like this sense of scale sold by the fact that you have to use the fabric to jump over him. Oop. Well, that's on me. Worth noting, it doesn't actually do any damage. Ooh, it did damage that time. Wow, okay. Even... you have to be above these things to not get hit. Shit. Just barely. So early, so early.
Ahura Mazda, lend me strength to defeat those who wish harm to Persia.
Okay, I have to fight your god too.
If you're the righteous, give me Azmish, sacred fire. You shall not interfere with my son's destiny.
You know, I will say, I think it is legitimately very rad. Ow, 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 ow. Caught fire a small amount. Okay, that attack just keeps happening, huh? I think it is pretty rad that like Darius is built up in the texts and stuff as the most righteous king ever, and then he's like, listen, if I'm the ruler and I'm, you know, divine right is on my side, then hey God, give me your magics. And God's like, yeah, no, you're the righteous king, that's what's happening. And setting us against all of that, I think is really is a little braver than I was expecting the game to be, especially since it has sort of it has read to me a little bit pro-monarchist thus far. Oh god. Well, that's not ideal. Yeah, it seems to do quite a variable amount of damage. Sometimes it hurts a lot more than others, it looks like. Hoping to get to damage him with that a little bit. Oh, I got in too early, I guess? Okay, sometimes you can perform the fourth strike, but not always.
Mazda.
Yep. Congratulations on your sick fire sword. It is very rad. Oh, okay. The delays. So much delaying in the strikes. Oh, okay, well. Yeah. I'm getting that. There's some... I'm having some difficulties finding the openings in this attack pattern. Oh, so slow. Okay. Terrible. See, that shouldn't be happening. The stomps shouldn't hit you if you're not on the ground, that's for sure. Ah, right. With every one of his attacks, it is so hard for me to wait long enough for the parry. When he does that, instead of trying to dash out, I think I have to just go. I have to go for the fabric swap to something right away. Too early. Too early. It's tough. Wow, really? Even when I'm clearly outside of it, that sucks. Oh, that's the wrong way to... Yeah. Just don't go middle at that moment. That's pretty good. Oh boy. I did not parry that correctly. I'm pretty sure I was way early. Yeah, I think that was a gold attack, but I just parried so early. This is rad, by the way. Like this is a well-designed, clearly what do you call it? There's a little bit of mess on like where the edges of the freezes are, but it's a well-designed, clearly telegraphed as well. Fight that it's like it's really grand and it feels really grand. They've done a great job with the oh jeez, the size of it, the scale. Yeah, I love this. This is fantastic. Touch the outside, so don't touch the cross. Oh right, I can just bring myself directly to Darius. I should probably remember that. That's an option. Shit! I touched the fire at the bottom of the screen and it propelled me up into the thing. Honestly, I don't even mind the stupid cutscenes here as much. I will say as much, partially because he is much more sparing with them than like I I banished his mind from my name as punishment. The bow guy. But also because like it plays them at times that make more sense, like when you failed to dodge an obviously very large and consequential attack, instead of just when he did a thing that you literally couldn't have avoided because you were in the middle of your animation already. Menelaus? His name is, it's something like that. Again, so I had to slow down so much on that attack in particular. There it is. Okay. You can get through phase 1 real fast if you're hitting all your stuff. Oh, that's no good. Frankenstein ass. Sorry. I'm not affording him the proper respect or whatever, but it is very funny. He's just like, "Oh, protect Persia." Okay, I'm sorry. That really caught me off guard. Still early. I performed an extra attack, and I hesitated, and I still blocked early. Ooh, boy. I need to execute that third strike a little slower so that I can parry before it, or a little faster so that I can parry after it. I'm doing a really bad job of not getting hit. Oh, don't go for 6. Oh god. I bet your reward for hitting that parry is a significant amount of damage. No, not that. Here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I gotta remember to use my, use my free arrow thing. Ow. Nope. Oh, God. Well, that's no good. We're close. Like it could be any one of these, really. Oh my god! Every time I do it, I'm like, I am waiting an irresponsibly long time, and it's still not long enough. Oh wow! I canceled it with a jump. Oh my god. Yeah, that's clumsy. Doing such a bad job. I got a couple of good parries in on the hand smash thing, and I just one time, and I haven't been able to do it since. There it is. The problem is he usually waits until you're in an attack with a really long animation to do it. Nope, still too early. It's easy enough to avoid, but I'm flinging myself in front of it because I want to get it right. I bet it's really good when you get it right. Oh, come on now. Really? I screwed up the second part, the easy one. Oh, that's gonna get me got. Yeah. Way too early. Oh, way too early. A lot of that going around. Damn it. Well, I deserve this. Yeah, with a lot of these aerial sequences, the problem I'm having is that I've gotten very used to just when doing normal traversal. I've gotten very used to doing the second jump really quickly in the air, just as a way of getting more height. And remaining safe on a lot of these relies on getting all of your air time, not just getting upward quickly. Yeah, that sucks. Really sloppy phase one. There's not feeling particularly likely on this one here. Like right there, that one's not that hard, although I still got hit because I'm bad. That one's not that hard if you just wait the full length of your jump before doing the second part of the jump. Oh god. Why do I keep grabbing him? I'm not trying to grab him. The thing is, like, he charges across the screen so slowly that if you parry even like slightly after he launches the actual attack, you still get hit. You have to wait until he is moving to not get totally ruined by it. Oh, that's a red spark in the eyes. That's the sweep across the floor. You can't block that. That would have been a really good time not to fail the extra hits off of the end of the combo. Aw. A particularly embarrassing time to miss that parry. Oh, I didn't expect that to... Interesting. I didn't expect that to cancel that part of the attack. That was so late, and it was still too early. Holy hell, you have to block that late. Alright, I'm not gonna stop trying, but... it's hard to have enough room in there. I have to go more to the side. I actually did get all of the hits off. I think that's the first time I've ever done that against any enemy. Oops, right, what am I doing? I know where we are in the sequence. Okay, here we go. This is the one. Nope. But fortunately, I also managed to be off the ground when I managed to be too low by the time the thing got to me anyway. Interesting. He's mixing it up a little bit more. So early. Why?
Defeat for me was written. My duties done. My freedom won.
King Darius, I know what happened to you and to Varim. What Tamiris did, it was unspeakable.
Save this world. Save my son.
How do I save him? May the gods have mercy on your soul, King Darius.
Where did you just stash that, Sargon? Okay. Because it did kind of look... I'm not the only person who thought it sort of looked like he just sort of tucked it right up. Okay. I'm a little disappointed that we got through that without ever successfully parrying that attack. Well, that's pretty. My dear friend, since the mysterious death of our King Darius, our skies have changed. Satavis, Taschader, Venant, and Haftarang, our 4 celestial guardians, have disappeared. I used to watch them at every dark moon. I don't know if they have moved to other skies or if they have died out, but nothing is the same anymore. Since the tragedy, the Tower of Silence has become bitterly cold, and everything seems frozen in time. I don't know if, under these conditions, Darius our king will manage to reach the bridge of Chinvat and join Ahura Mazda in the House of Song. The stars have always guided our lives. They were my confidants. Today, they are extinct and blind, mute and deaf. If they're extinct, the blind, mute, and deaf sort of goes without saying. May the stars shine again in the Persian sky and shed light on the passing of our king. My astrological thoughts are with you. The other ones are private, as you know. Abu Mashar. And presumably this is closing so slowly because we're loading into a cutscene or something. Nope. Well. Back inside we go, I guess. That seems important. Should we not try to go back there? Sorry, it's on the wrong axis of the temple. I still can't believe he let his dad take the beating. That's fucked up, man. Oops, right. Sorry, friendly.
Sargon, the corruption of this place is consuming you.
No, this is just a skin.
Not this place, Nate. It's the powers. They're not meant for mere mortals.
Gifts that are also a curse. Leave them then.
I have no choice. How else can I face Varim? It's the only way to end this. I just realized. For all the different paths of Sargon, this must be the single path we all share.
That rings pretty false. The idea that the powers are somehow actually a curse, it's not really consistent with the way things have been characterizing. Like the idea that somehow they're harming me is not really consistent with the way that things have been characterized up to this point. I don't know. This game's writing is not good.
You talk about the path. What is mine?
One's path is like the sacred cypress of Abaku. A single stem, one life, has brought you to this sunrise. Along your path, the past has already been carved. It's unique. Now 1,000 branches are ahead of you, and on every branch 1,000 fruits, and in every fruit 1,000 seeds. One of these seeds will be your path.
It is like, it is kind of like a lot of the sort of softer and less well executed parts of the game's writing, though, in the sense that it's like it does feel kind of like a thing they're doing just because they know other game stories have done it, you know. Where is the... Here we go. I want to go back to this one because I would like to, first of all, just say howdy to everybody. Secondly, touch the tree. Third, go to the old prophecy chamber here. All right, excellent news. And we are certainly getting closer, but it's there's quite a lot left. Well, we'll worry about what it says when we're actually finished. If then. Okay, and then my other concern...
Welcome.
Do you have... No, you do not have any more cool upgrades for me. I have 27 Xerxes. Are you sure? Oh wait, this isn't the right thing. We can stop by the forge as well.
Welcome.
I do wish something forged. The question is whether or not you will actually do it. And the answer is no. Maybe we've got all the sword upgrades. Okay. All right. Well, today we struck a powerful blow against everything that monarchs consider the righteous aura, and I'm feeling pretty okay about that. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we shall continue to destroy the quote-unquote natural order, and we'll see you then.